Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me straight for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money. I will spend on you. Find it a fight, kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me straight for the night. Walking a good.
All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to my stream. It's good to have you. It's good to have you. We're starting in just a few minutes. Just get ready. Get ready. You can take your seats. Just be ready. Just be ready. Just find somewhere to sit. We're getting started. In just 2 minutes, we're hitting the ground running.
It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right.
All right, welcome on board, everybody. So first things first, register that you're watching us by first just liking our live, you just hit the like button. It's as simple as just breathing. You can just hit the like button, and then if you're in some trading communities, please confirm on the comment section if you can hear me. We have Marizona, we have Stewan, we have few G's, Momani. It's good to have everybody on board. So tell me on the comment section if you can actually hear me. All right. Okay, now we've confirmed that you can hear me. Trader Sam logged in. Okay, so guys, I'm just asking before we start, you can do the due diligence, hit the like button, you can subscribe if you have not, and then you can just, there's someone out there who is struggling to get this information. You can just do something as simple as just clicking share, getting the link and posting it on your trading communities. If you're on some green app communities, you can just share there. If you're on X, we appreciate that you can just be able to share all this with everybody. So shout out to Noti Ian, guy from Mombasa. So let's get started. So now today, what do we have? We have some news. Let me check. Today's on Thursday, so we had unemployment claims. So we hope that we find some good trades today. Let's get started. 36 people. Maybe you just have to hit the like button. Just that would be enough. So remember, we start from the high time frame and then drop down to the lower time frame for entries. The higher time frame is for narrative. The lower time frame is for confirmations and entry. It's as simple as that. If you happen to find the link to our stream, you can just share with a couple of friends that you have. Okay, you can just share with the friends that you have, friends who want this skill. So just to start on the weekly time frame on Dow, what do we see? Today we had news. So remember, we had this fair value gap. This is internal range to external. We said that if you're moving from a fair value gap, you target the highs. So this is the long-term high that we are checking. There are traders who take trades on the people who hold trades for longer time. So this would favor them. Like from here to here is like 700 pips or something. Price has been moving. Actually it's 1,000 pips. So if you held your trade from Monday up to now, you're in profit of $1,000, 1,000 pips. So if you're using contracts, if you're using lot sizes, you can calculate and see how much you're making. So Snyder, Aro, TTR Movies, welcome everybody. Welcome to my stream. You can take your seats. Just get some coffee, a cup of coffee or something to keep you. It's about to get bumpy. So what do we see here? Remember, there is the weekly doesn't give us the bias, because we could be bullish, yes, but the New York session we could be bearish, reaction from a certain key level. But all this depends with what type of a trader are you. Are you a scalper? Are you an intraday? Are you a day trader? So what do you see now? You're moving from this fair value gap. Remember, this is the target, but we have something that is very interesting here. So I can remove this now. I can remove this, and then I can drop down to daily just before I continue. No, just before that, let me go back to weekly. There's something I see that is that price could react from, but I'm not quite sure. I'm just trying to build a narrative from the high time frame. Short boy locked in. 40 people locked. It's as simple as just hitting the notification bar. And the notification, you can just good morning. Good morning, Gaki. It's good to have you. Kenya kuna baridi sana. So let's see, what do we have? We have these. Can you see the key levels that we are reacting from this fair value gap, and then what do we have here? This was an order block, the last sell before the price went bullish, taking out buy side liquidity. So this is it. Let's see. So this is the buy side liquidity that price took out. So this qualifies this one to be an order block. So if the price comes in, supposed to get pushed higher, instead what happened? The price, see how this is behaving. So the price closed below, turning it into a breaker. Remember, you're from a fair value gap. This is also a high time frame key level, and we've just gotten to the 0.5 level of the breaker. This is a weekly breaker. Okay, weekly breaker block. So we expect resistance from here, because it's gotten to the 0.5 level. So now just remember, this is a weekly key level. The price can actually go higher, but that depends with the macro that we are in. At 9:30 delivery, we're going to see how price is going to react. We have, oh my god, it's good to have brand font. I hope Thanos leo atatokea. I hope so. He hasn't texted me. Good morning, traders. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. No, but when you talk about morning, it depends where you're coming from. If you're from Kenya, it's PM, you know. But if you're in New York, if you're watching me from New York, this is AM for you, you know, because it's in the morning. So we say that we have this breaker here. Price is supposed to go lower, but we have to wait for 9:30 delivery. So I can just put a trend line here. I can just mark here as a 0.5 level, and then I can remove the diagram. So 0.5 breaker block. Yes. So that is it. That is the key level. That is another key level that I see on what? On price. So I expect price to move lower because it's reached this key level, but we have to wait for 9:30. If you check daily, what do we see? Price actually, what happened on daily is very interesting. Price took out the high and closed inside, you know. Yeah. But I don't see a key level that could push prices down apart from this. So I think I'll still maintain a bullish trend. This is the only key level that I see that could push prices down. So this is an inversion fair value gap on daily time frame. So what you see here is very interesting. Yes, the XYZ price took out the high closed inside, so we should continue lower. Remember that is not always 100%. So now price could come all the way up to here from the inverse on 4 hours. So I write H4 IFVG like that. So this is where price might react from. So if we come and get up to here at 9:30, we could sell. But also remember, we just got around the 0.5 level of the weekly breakup block. So we expect some type of a resistance from there. But generally, remember, we are from the weekly fair value gap, so we should go higher. So I'm just asking something very simple as just liking the live, you know. It will assist us, you know, reach more people and create a lot of impression. So I see price will continue going higher, but remember, I'm saying we have the 0.5 level. Price could react from here. That is what actually you're seeing. In the 5 minutes, in the next 5 minutes, we're going to see what's going to be happening. So if I check on 4 hours time frame, what do I see? Okay, around this area where we are at the moment, we have this. I expect price to move higher. Actually, I don't expect. It will be very highly unlikely for price to react from here because it has, you know, closed above the fair value gap. So I want to consider this one. I'm just going to consider these order blocks. You know, the last sell candles before price goes bearish and sweeping liquidity. So I expect price maybe to come up to here, form a setup, sell, or come up to here and then I sell inside macro. But you know, there's something that we could take a trend continuation trend. So a trend continuation means, because we know we are bullish, the price could do a stop hunt in 15 minutes key level and then go higher. So let me check on 1 hour time frame what's happening. So on 1 hour, there's something that is very interesting. If you're supposed to continue higher, Remember the internal range to external range theory. We have this fair value gap that has been created, and then it has got sell side liquidity inside it. So price has the option of coming, taking this one out and going higher. Remember? But the best sell comes from here. But it doesn't mean it can't sell from here. Let's just wait and see what happens. So I'll just go to Nasdaq. 51 people locked in. You know, you can tell me where you're watching me from. Let's engage. You know, let's put the, you know, let's engage. Let's engage. You can like, you can hit the notification bar if you want to receive direct notifications whenever I'm doing the streams. So in 15 minutes, let me see. I don't see a reason why I should sell. If price sells without me, I don't see any, because when I check 4 hours, there is nothing that I see here. The fair value gap has been violated. Price has closed just above it. But now I'm saying the best sell could come from here. So I expect a trend continuation. The price might decide to come, take out this low, and then continue higher. That is what we are looking at. So Tanzania is good let me not do that. It's good to have you from Tanzania. Tanzania. Let me not bring the chaos. Okay, it's good to have you. It's good to have you. Welcome to my stream. We have Dan Oraga. Hello, Lord. On that daily time frame on US 30, there's a bullish candle that was a bullish order block. On daily time frame on that US 30, there's a bullish candle that was a bullish order block. Let me check on daily. You're talking about daily. So let me check the one that you're talking about on order block. The bullish candle. You see, there was a bullish candle that was a bullish order block. What the hell is that? Why is it, man? This one. Are you talking about this one? Bullish order block. You know, we are the momentum is bullish. So unless now, I don't see an order block that would give us a bullish move here. I don't see anything on daily that could give us the bull. I'm just checking anything that would resist and push prices down. The first key level is this 0.5 level on weekly. You see, that is the only thing I see. Unless here now you're talking about this last sell before price went bullish. Now these are not order blocks. I don't know which one you're talking about. I'm not sure. There was a bearish candle. Can it be used as order block? Okay. Let me just check Nasdaq first, and then I respond to that, because I'll just be mentioning the key levels I see. So let me check Nasdaq and Q. My friends from Nasdaq. Ah, interesting. You see, our theory actually works. You see what I told you? This strategy is not 100%, but the price yesterday closed above the X with the body. That is why you're seeing this bullish momentum going up. So I don't think, let me check from weekly. No, weekly, no. Weekly, we just have this high that is here. On daily, what do we have? Okay, just on weekly, there's something that is here. I don't know if it's going to be affecting price, but we have this wick on Nasdaq. So I think we are bullish, but we are around the 0.5 level. There's a 0.5. You know, not just at the 0.5. At the 0.5, we wait for a setup. If a setup doesn't form, then there's no point. Let me check another pair that has got that week. I see if it's accurate. And check at. Let me check this one. I'm just trying to frame a narrative. You know, I cannot afford to ignore this week, because it's a key level, you see. I just want to be sure. Prices has gotten around the 0.5. But now, which beats the logic, we have daily. I don't see anything that could push prices down on daily apart from the 0.5 level. On 4 hours, honestly, this is so messed up. So now let me tell you, whenever you see candles with this big momentum like this, you see this one closing above, you got bull, closing above, got bull. This one retraced a bit, still got bull. So even this one is likely to go higher. I don't see anything. Oh my god, this is, how do you do this? Let me see. The only key, but the problem of selling. The problem of selling right now is because the price has been disrespecting bearish key levels. You see, the fair value gap has been disrespected. So the fair value gap has actually been disrespected. So price will actually move higher. There's an option of respecting this inversion fair value gap here. But if it has been, okay, this is at the most premium. This is the most premium key level, which would mean price would react from here. But also we have, let me mark the 0.5 level again. I want to be sure. I don't want to give wrong information. Just a minute. Okay. Samson Muller says, my bias though, today highs swept, then we sell off towards midnight open. Let me just check. Nasdaq, the only thing I see according to the best of my information and how I know, it is very important for you to note that price has been disrespecting bullish key levels, bearish key levels. So it would be very unlikely for you to sell. But now there is one level that could make a difference for you to sell. And I'm marking it. We have this week here. I think it's a trend. It's going to be trend continuation, but let me see. So we have this week. So again, just to remind you, price has been disrespecting bearish key levels, So 0.5 week. If I drop down to a lower time frame, like something like, let me check daily. Daily. No, this one is not going to. This order block hapana. 4 hours, anything that is around the 0.5 is this one. So I think we are just going to go higher. That is just what I think. If you're supposed to try selling, it is at here. This is the most premium key level. But price, remember, you see this one. We are just going to continue higher because even the 4 hours candles tells you the story. You can see the price, the body is so aggressive on buy. That's the story. We have to get at least up to here. That is what I think. There's nothing else, because just remember, when the bias is so strong on the bull, the bearish key levels are going to be failing. Okay, because you can see when this inversion fail, there's a likelihood that price will go higher or sell. You see, but mostly I think by 950 I'll have seen what will have happened, and then I'll make a decision. But just to remind you, price is disrespecting those key levels. What do I see? Mzee mzima, fit sana manze, fit sana man. It's good to have Billy Japicha. He's the finest photographer in town. So, what did I mark? And when did I make these markings? Let me repeat what I was doing on US30. Did I even discuss it? I'm not sure. Okay. Let me just repeat. There's some people who have just joined us. Remember, if you've just joined, please you do the favor of just hitting the notification bar and hitting the like button so that our live becomes popular. So I can see this breaker. Price has actually gotten to the 0.5 level of the breaker. So if it forms a sell setup and disrespects it, it means it's going to go up. You can see this is a weekly breaker. This is at the 0.5 level. So I expect it to start selling. So if not, it will just continue higher. Let me check if it forms this inversion. If this inversion is created, and if it closes below, I can think of, The reason why I'm attempting to sell is because price has reached the 0.5 level of the breaker. Okay. That is the main reason. That is the main reason. But if not, this is the only place I would try to sell, the 0.5 level. If it doesn't do that, then I am cooked. You see the price has already shifted bearish. This is what I call advanced market structure shift. So usually the price is supposed to go in, then go lower, okay? And then these would be the breakers now. You see these on the last couple of sell candles before price. You see? Before price went bullish. So it's supposed to close below and then we'll have a breaker. But now the problem, we don't have a good macro right now. I'd like to see 950. So let me mark from here 920 to 940, see what price is going to do. So if you're following, you'll learn. Remember, mine is not to offer signals, but just look at how price behaves, and so that we help each other build narrative. You know, when I just give you signals, not be able to depend on yourself. But if you can be able to understand how the narrative works, you're going to be able to depend on yourself. Okay, so 920 to 940. This is a macro actually. So remember, price has reached the 0.5 level of the, hit that one. So remember, price has reached the 0.5 level of the weekly breaker. If it violates this setup, then I don't have a reason why I should sell. Okay, that is how I built my narrative. So if I'm supposed to sell, the prices would have. So there are there are ways where you can engage this price. NQ might sell either London lows, Asian lows before continuing to the bullish momentum. Yes, it has got unfilled fair value gaps on H1 time frame, but you know, we shall just see what happens. We have Gilly says first seek discounted prices, then bulls. Yes, that's what we do. That is correct. That is correct, Gilly. Bradford, you have a very hard name. It's hard to mention it. So remember this macro, it's not my most, I trade at 950 mostly, but if a setup forms earlier, it's still fine. So the reason why I'm attempting to put a sell is because price has gotten to the weekly 0.5 level of the breaker, okay? So the price will just do whatever it wants. Ours is just to react, you see? If it gives us a very strong signal to sell, we take it. If it violates our setup, that's fine. You can see this is the breaker at the 0.5. I expect price to go down. If it doesn't, well and good. I've given you the confluence, how I would take it, how I would look at it. You can see is what we are having. Let me just take a picture. It's best if price goes in up to here so that we have good risk, because right now Mahali, it is like a, oh my god, no, that's so risky. So at 950, if it comes here, I might sell, but this is what I'm looking at. I've explained this is the 0.5 level. If it doesn't sell from there, it means the bulls are cooked. The cells are cooked. So one should sell from there inside the macro. You see the macro has come to an end in the 940. So you see now, this is where usually I will put my sell and then put my stop loss above here. That is how I like looking at it. This is the only sell attempt I would do today. Otherwise, I should continue bullish. So I just wait and see. Let me check what's happening on Nasdaq. Let me just put these. Let me just put the lines at 950, and then wait for 950 to come. 950 macro, 950 to 1010. This is mostly a trend continuation macro. So mostly one should sell from there. If it goes above here, it means that's where you get cooked. So if it goes above here, it means the setup cannot work. Okay. So, but you have to wait at least for 950 macro so that the trade becomes high probability. So it might come and take out the high and then form another setup, which I'll not take if it forms another sell setup. Remember, we are so strong on high time frame. Wacha nilete Mbogi live. Yes, bring your friends, manze. Just bring your friends. While you blow account wako, yeah. You can bring them. Maybe this would assist them. or it would assist us with views as well. You never know. Let me check Nasdaq. Not 100. Ah, very nice. It's actually going vizuri sana. You said this one is going to continue higher. There's no point of selling Nasdaq when it's this bullish. The best thing you can do is take a trend continuation. But now I remember a trend continuation trade should at least do a stop hunt or come to a 15-minute key level, or like this one that I'm having here. And then, you can have a stop hunt and then move higher. So it's very tricky for you to sell when it's here, but it has got unfilled fair value gaps which could be used as targets. So the price might come all the way up to here, up to the 0.5 level, or this here, and then you can sell. Or it can come down and then go up. That is how I look at my narratives. So simple. You see, price is reacting from my level aggressively. You can see the precision in price. Let me see if price goes lower first. Let me see. I'm just going to watch price, see what happens. First time here, hey Lord, I'm doing the Lord's work. Braddon Kamari, it's good to have you. The goalposts. Thank you so much for being here. Goalpost is a loyal fan. Okay, I'm just asking you guys to like my live, just hit the notification bar, hit the like button. That will go a long way to supporting my stream. And you have people who are struggling to find buyers or understand what price exactly does. This could be for them. You see, you just have to send. Maybe all you have to do is just take the videos link and send to them, and then they're going to have a better life. You just have to get the information right. So 70 people locked in. So if I have 70 likes, that would do me good as we continue to watch price. I've given you the areas I'm watching. I'm waiting for price to react from, and the narrative. I'll not tell you to push the button because I'm not a financial advisor. Mine is just for entertainment purposes. So at least you understand that. At least you understand the risk involved. Mine is just to help you understand how to understand price. 46 likes. So you have a couple of 36 people who have not, a couple of guys who have not, who have not, who have not liked. Let me see if the price sticks out this higher than sells. So, but the price can do whatever it wants. Remember, ours is just to react to whatever it does. Ours is just to react. Let's just keep watching price. So you can see the price is actually moving beautifully from the level that we've mentioned. I just hope it goes lower, and lower. That is how we interpret. We understand the narrative. If the price doesn't react to our narrative, that's okay. The price is always right. It's us who are always wrong. You understand? If the price doesn't do what we want, that's okay. The price will do whatever it wants. McMill says, Akuyaku in the building. Keep winning, master. Thank you so much, McMill. You can see we have a very beautiful reaction from the levels. Yeah, you can see this is amazing. This is like 87 pips. Oh my God. Too easy. Even if you're trading a $10 account, you'd make some money. Man, just give me some likes. Hit the like button for the 50 pips that we've had, so that we try to see if the algorithm will push prices lower. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Let me check what Nasdaq is doing. So that would be the call for today. If the price delivers, I'm just going to take a few questions and then that will be it. Yeah, I can see Nasdaq doing its own things. I don't know. It has not gotten exactly to the level I would want, but it got a few pips from that level. You know, this was like very few pips, but it is forming a setup, a sell setup. So I don't know what I will do over there because sometimes precision is important because you can see US30 has actually, it got to the 0.5 level and the reaction has been amazing. You see, you've seen it by yourself. Okay, Marizona cells, that cells looks viable, but rules are rules. Wait for macro, definitely. Yeah, but they, you know, there's the 1020 to 1040 macro, you know, and then but now I'm not trying to teach all that complicated information. I want to keep it as simple as possible. You see, Anthony says, don't you think the PDH will act as support for? How do you expect price to get support from PDH, Anthony? You know, PDH is not an area of support. It is, you know, it's a level of liquidity. So if liquidity is taken out, you know, if liquidity is taken out, then you reverse. But it's not an area of support and resistance. All right. Tycoon Trader, okay, it's good to have you. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's go. So we are hitting 100 pips. You know, I've not taught you about all the macros that happen. This is 100 pips. It's just this is how you replace your paycheck. You know, your 9 to 5. You see, the price is 121 pips in less than 8 minutes. What could be more better than that? So if you are struggling to do Euro USD and GBP USD, this is your time to get this information. You know, these pairs move like they are, like, I don't know what. But no offense. People trade whatever thing they want. No offense. So just if you see if price has reacted from our key level precisely, and you think this is good work, just copy the link and then put it on your social media. There's someone that needs to see this. You see, there's someone who's struggling with drawdowns. You know, there's someone who is struggling to understand the price. You see, there's someone who needs this information. It's so easy as you taking the link and then sharing it on your platform. You see, you also got lucky that you got to see it. So that is it. So let's see what price is going to do. Price, let's hope it goes lower because that was a weekly key level. But this is a beautiful delivery, 100 pips. Let's see from Joe from here. From here, we should create a community. Oh my God. Okay, just a minute.
It feels so nice. Move your body, nikona money. I will spend on you. Find it a fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody, can give you love I have for lifetime. No.
All right, I'm back. Let's do this. So kindly share more information on macros. Yes, I'm going to do that at the end of the stream. For now, we just watch price and whatever it's doing. All right. I have so many DMs. Sometimes I'm unable to respond. But that's okay. Let me see. So I'm going to be explaining how to use these macros to your advantage to find high quality setups. So you can see this is when the market. What? So I have this as a key level, this is a fair value gap. But remember the price we said about trend continuations. You know, this is now a trend continuation. The prices can come up to here and then drop lower. And then we also have these order blocks. Price can come all the way up to here. But the safest entry is from here, being the first person to sell, you see. So I'll give more information just in due time. Just be patient. Just be patient. God. So let's see what price is giving us. I'm going to be explaining how to use these macros to your advantage. I'm going to be explaining all this. Let's just watch price, see what happens. I don't know. So we have the 950 macro locked in. The price can come here, go lower. Price can come all the way up to here, go lower. Price can come all the way, take out these high and still sell. So remember, that's why I advise you be the first person to take a reverse from here, so that you don't get cooked on the process, because you might sell from here, price comes all the way up to here, takes you out. You see, that is it. So but the price is actually just delivering what we anticipated. So let's keep checking. Let's keep Tycoon. Why are you guys selling? You can continue to be bullish, my guy. There's no problem. You know, you can make money selling and buying at the same time. But oh my god, I'm dying. So unless you have huge, unless you're a hedge fund, unless you're a hedge fund to trade against us. So I'm selling because price has reached a high time frame key level. That is it. That is the reason why. That is the reason why I'm selling. So guys, you can make our life popular. We said the thing is just to share the link with other people, other communities. You see, we have called this price and it's actually in play. Let me see what's happening on Nasdaq. Remember, I had one key level to sell. You can see you see there's something I marked. Let me see if price does exactly that. Price has taken out this low and should continue higher. That is what I would try on Nasdaq. Let me see if that's exactly what happens. I just hope that's what happens. If it doesn't happen that way, it's okay. But this is the level I would try anything. So the main reason why I don't trade US30 and Nasdaq at the same time is because this one might not have delivered to the right key level. You see, the price might not have delivered to the right key level, and then when you use one to sell another one or to trade the other one, then you get messed up. You see, but the price has exactly done what I told you. Price has come. It has done a stop hunt. You can see this low that I marked. Price has taken out the low and it is reacting to the bullish. I deserve some likes, guys. Come on. I deserve some likes. Even predicting one candle move is not easy. It's good to have Joe, Tycoon Trader. Today your stop loss is our take profit. We are getting your money. We're coming for you. So you can see this is so beautiful. The traders is delivering the trend continuation. This is what is actually the breaker after the stop, and you see this low that I've marked here. Breaker block. I like having it in caps. So you can see this is the low that I told you about. On the lower time frame, price has come and attacked it, generated an inversion, fair value gap, or advanced market structure shift. Price has generated a breaker, retraced, and it's going out. When you check, this one is also delivering beautifully. I told you whenever we have red folder, you get to have good trades. But if you don't have red folder, you're going to get cooked. So that is why you see price is delivering today very well. Just drop some likes for me, guys. You know, let's get to 80, at least 80 people watching, or even 100. You know, we are at 75 right now. You know, it's so easy. Just take the link. Today, I'm simply begging. I'm begging you people to help me make this life big. You know, either way, it's a win-win for both of us, because I get to play my songs, you listen to them, and then you get to see the skills. So that is it. We have now this one as an order block. Remember what I told you yesterday. The price might decide to react from here or come all the way up to here. I would also take, there are people, there is a way I is good. This fib like this, put on the low. Price, you see price can come all the way up to here and then sell, as you saw yesterday. And then there's the option of you selling from this order block. And then there's the option of price generating a high here, selling, and then sweeping the high and then selling. You see, that is it for me. But my delivery has been very beautiful. Let me see. You can see US30 is currently at the H1 fair value gap. So you can see the price might actually go higher and take out the high. So ours is just wait. Ours is just wait and see what price does. We are not perfect. You're not perfect. So let us see. Let me play some music and take a glass of water.
Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say the way that you whine it, girl. I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nitangangana, na kama bado try nitakazana, yeah. Nitapambana, na kama bado try nitapull over, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money. I will spend on you. Fight nita fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody, can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody.
All right. I'm back like I never left. What do we see? Let's see what's happening. Just a minute. Marvin is going to be predicting. He's going to be presenting. Just a minute. So just to explain what has been happening, let me go back to NQ and explain what exactly I told you. What would happen. So actually, you see Nasdaq has delivered to the key level that I told you about. If you check on weekly time frame, we had some levels here. We had this 0.5 week. That is where I was expecting price to deliver to. When you drop down to daily time frame or 4 hours time frame, there was this this inversion fair value gap here. Remember, the reason I was buying Nasdaq is because price has been disrespecting bearish key levels, which includes this inversion fair value gap. And this also was an unfilled fair value gap. So when I dropped down to 1 hour time frame, what did I see? What did I see? I told you if you want to get a trend continuation, look for price, anticipate for price to do a stop and somewhere. Mostly on 50 minutes key level or 1 hour time frame. So when we came on stream, price had generated this low. You can see this sell side liquidity here. You see? So I said, if you check my live, if you check when we started, the price will come, take out this low, and then deliver to the bullish. That is exactly what happened. So after taking out the low, you drop down to the lower time frame. Let me show you. You drop down to the lower time frame. This is it. Price generates an inversion fair value gap, which is referred to as advanced market structure shift. This is it. Price closes above to prove that you are bullish, and then that's displacement. Where is the displacement? We have this the last buy candle here. This one, the last buy candle before the price went bearish and took out liquidity. So the price comes, closes above, turns into a breaker. You see? Turns into a breaker. Now an area of support. Price comes in and then goes out. Price has delivered actually, I think, over 50 pips, I guess. 64 pips on NQ. That should be that would have been so easy. Let me check US30. That was my prediction on NQ. I called the price in it. It actually went successfully. Look at our sell. How amazing! This is so amazing. This is amazing. This is so amazing. I wanted to see something here. We say that the high time frame is in control of the lower time frame. That is why you see we are from a weekly key level. If you've been following, you're from. If you are following the 0.5 level of Dow, the weekly, the breaker, you see, and then when you drop down to 1 hour, you'll see this. Let me show you. We said unfilled fair value gaps are targets. So what price has actually done, it has reacted from here. I wanted to check here. Price has come into a fair value gap and then reacted. So I told you price will always generate two setups at both sides of price. So it hit, did a stop and generated a breaker. So when you're thinking that it is going to buy, you get cooked. That is why I'm telling you high time frame is more in control, has got the bigger narrative. So if you want to catch the trend continuation, the gospel according to me, in the way I tell you, wait for price to get into a key level. So I marked this fair value gap. If you can remember, I marked this fair value gap like that. Price has done exactly that. It has retested, gone below. If I would take my gun box, price almost got to the 0.5 level. That is there. You see? So it almost got to the 0.5 and has delivered, I think, over 150 pips. I guess this is a very good trade, even for 950 macro. You can see that is 183 pips. That was a good call. Yes, Marvin says is on a trade already. Yes, I think Marvin was buying as well, right? Marvin, will you gonna buy? If I check Nasdaq is actually it's delivering beautifully. So now you see, you don't trade US 30 with NQ because you can see on Nasdaq we are buying, but on US 30 we are selling. So now you understand why I like trading US 30 separately without the bias of the other one. You see. So I'll just take a picture and then post in the community. I'm going to post a link. I'm going to paste a link of my stream right now on the comment section. You can join so that you get right first-hand information. So I'm just dropping a link of my community. I have a small group where I post my link. My I don't know what even I post. I post maybe notifications of when we are doing the live. I'm going to post a link right now, and if you feel this one is if you feel this is a good what do you call it? If you feel this is a good step for you, you can join as always. So I think this is beautiful. This is a very beautiful delivery. This price has delivered faster than I've seen during the week. So if you have some questions to ask, yeah, you can see Marvin as well bought according to how I told you, and I think he's going to be explaining the same. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing delivery on US 30. This would be the 950 macro entry, Arizona. You can see the trade came inside here at 950. This was a trend continuation, but the reversal came at 920 to 940 macro. I'll be explaining all that. The reversal happened here, price generated an inversion. I marked it, price comes, reacts inside, goes out, and then I marked this fair value gap. I marked this fair value gap. You see, price has come in, has gone out, and it's still delivering to the sell side. So this is a beautiful delivery. Let me check what is happening on Nasdaq. That's 100. Yeah, I think it's come back. But remember, I have this rule, and I keep saying it. If price delivers to my key level or delivers where I wanted it to deliver, I don't take re-entries. Okay? So if it comes back, I don't get back. If you've been following my streams, that's what I said. If it has delivered successfully, I don't get into re-entries. So you might think, you see what is happening now? Price is so aggressively going down. I'm going to be explaining why it is doing that once it takes out this low. I'm going to be explaining what if it takes out this low, I'll explain why I would not take that buy again. Let's just wait and see. Just mark this low. If price comes and closes below here, I'm going to be explaining what exactly is happening. So let's just wait and see why I don't take re-entries. So if you have a couple of questions before I invite Marvin, you can ask them. Yes, it's a very beautiful cell. So Wapi Link community, I've posted the link there. You have it there. Matthew, Joe's smooth sell on NDX. Yes, Nasdaq is selling as well. So remember, I marked a key level on Nasdaq also, and the price has delivered there successfully. Let's see. I want to see if price goes higher or below. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see if price violates these laws or just goes up. My rule is if price delivers, I don't take re-entries. Yeah. That is how I avoid getting low probability trades. If it delivers properly, I don't take another re-entry if it comes back. Impact impact of news, Ama. Yeah, you know the news makes the trades high probability. That is why I tell you, whenever you have a red folder, you'll have good trades. Absolutely very good trades. But without a red folder, you'll get messed up and you'll be so you'll get cooked, you know, and you're gonna have problems. So let's just wait and see. Just my US 30 is printing money. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so happy that we have delivered price successfully. So remember, I'm never going to tell you to get into a trade. It is just you to look and see if the narrative is okay with you. I'll just tell you that these are the levels I'm checking, and then it is you to know if you're going to get into the trade or not. I'm not a financial advisor. And also I don't want you to be accused of group trading. So those who are into prop firms, so that is it. Well, let me check what Nasdaq is doing. Just before I hand over the thing. Let us see. Let us see. So if price doesn't go below here, my buy is still valid. This is the last line of defense. This swing low over here. So I've explained why I was buying on Nasdaq and why I was selling on USD. So that is it. That is it. Okay. So Ngene says Marvin bado uko kwa Bulls NQ. Shakes Muchacho Marvin, what is the correlation between dollar and Nasdaq? Marvin is yet to join. I'm going to be sending the link. I have a stop loss at that low. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is beautiful. Let me see if you've got stopped out. You have this low here. So the reason why there's something I explained just before I give Marvin on Nasdaq what I was looking at. Let me just show you again. I said high time frame weeks are gaps. Okay. So these rejection blocks, you subdivide them like this. Sawa. Like that. Remember, the best reaction comes from the 0.5 level, or the main like that. So you can see this was my take profit if I was supposed to be buying, okay, around the 0.5. So when I drop down to the lower time frame, so let me put this one here, this straight line here, so that you know I had put it. If you check back, 0.5. So if I drop down to the lower time frame, what did I see? If I check daily, there was nothing still. If I checked 4 hours, there was nothing. apart from now, you see the 0.5 level is here. This was the target. So, and then also remember price has been disrespecting bearish key levels. This fair value gap and this inverse over here. But this level here, the most premium key level, this inversion, this BPR, balance price range, two fair value gaps coupled like this. These are very strong key level. So this would be my first place to attempt a sell according to my analysis. So if I drop down to 1 hour, I marked out a low. This was the low. I marked out this low inside a key level. Remember, high time frame key levels with liquidity inside, they are high probability. So I saw, yes, I saw these unfilled fair value gaps. I didn't opt for them because for 950 macros, you get a trend continuation most of the times. So if I just waited for price to take it out according to how I said, and then drop down to 1 minute time frame. You can see price comes. What price does is it came, took out the low, created an advanced market structure shift. You should take this trade inside a macro. You can see prices didn't come here, but it reacted from this breaker, delivered to my key level. You see, so I wouldn't be bothered to take another trade here because it has already delivered. I might not know if now it's time to sell. Okay, but now the last line of defense, it is this low, this swing low down upper. No. This was the last line of defense. This is the last line of defense. Yeah. That is my explanation on Nasdaq. Yes, that is how you make hey my god. So that is it. I'm going to be giving out the link now. Let me see. So that is it. That is it for today. The rest of the questions. So that is it. What a beautiful delivery. So that is it. I have my stops at that low. Yes. You don't get violated. Let's hope you don't get violated. So I'm waiting for Thanos to come up. I've sent him the link. But I've just explained what has been happening today. You can go back, check. After the stream, you can go revise. You can go study. You can go study. You can go study. You can go study and see. You can go study.
The love I have for lifetime. Nobody else. Baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody else can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody else. Baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody else can give you love I have for lifetime. now we can play like a dummy. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. Not to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl. I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way, did you want it, baby? Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. I feel like I need a king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And then
All right, all right. So that is it. That is it. Unless you have some more questions to ask, maybe look at this. I don't know what else we could. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what more you could ask for. You know, such a clean price action, respecting levels. Yeah. So that is it. Mzee, you caught the yes, of course. If you just check what I was doing, if you check the stream, the way we started, you'd see why I was selling. I had it from the top. Niliwambia NQ itabak London lows kwanza, either NQ. Yeah, let me check. Thanos is in, so I'm just going to hand over the mic to him. Now you see why I told you I don't take re-entries after trade delivers. This was my key level. Simple. I think I'm done. I'm done right now. I'll just hand over the stream to Thanos.
So hello guys. I don't know if I'm audible. I know NQ has been really hard to trade today. I know most of you have not taken trades, but currently NQ, I'm thinking NQ wants to sweep London and Asian lows. So I took a first trade here. Let me show you how I took the trade. So let me first mark this fair value gap. So I'm expecting this 15-minute order block, this one. If price closes below it, I'm expecting it to push price lower and sweep London and these Asian lows into this fair value gap. So the earlier setup that I took is based on, this is a 1 hour volume imbalance. I don't know if some of you saw it. So I used this candle here to frame my setup. When NQ swept this low and touched this 15-minute order block, and then closed above this small order block you see here and created this fair value gap, this is where I took my entry from, right there. Let me put it in pink, in another color, and then targeted this the CE of this volume imbalance. I don't know, I had labeled it as a fair value gap, but it's a volume imbalance, so that's why it looks like that. So, and the reason why NQ has smooth highs above here, you can see where I've put this one because of these highs. But now the reason why I decided to exit the market there is because if you look at ES, if you look at ES and Dow, they are selling massively. So today is just a case of NQ refusing to follow what the other currencies, the other pairs are doing. You can see this is US 500 selling massively. In fact, this was a better pair to trade than Nasdaq. But then I knew Nasdaq will still try and catch up with the other. So this trade that you see here, let us frame this entry here. Let us frame this entry. So what happened to NQ is it swept these highs that you can see here, this one, all these highs, swept them and then dipped into the 1 hour volume imbalance. So this is the last down close candle that dipped, pushed price up to sweep these highs here and all this on the left. And then when you see such wicks on 1 minute time frame, it's mostly an indication for you to exit the market. You can look at where has the market hit on that week. Like for example, in this case, it's a 1 hour volume imbalance. And then when price closed below this order block, now this one became a breaker as usual. So this is now a breaker block, and then your entry would have been here, and then price is now pushing downward. So I'm expecting this 15-minute order block to continue pushing price down if it's to hold price. This is somewhere actually I could be taking my partials here. I don't know how many pips those ones would be. That would be like 76 pips. So this is somewhere where I could be taking my partials if I was on this trade, and then trail my stop loss to below the breaker and then let price continue. But I believe price is coming down to sweep London and Asian lows because the London highs have been taken. London highs were taken here, and then we've taken the consolidation from 7 all the way to around market open for New York. So if you were to enter this market, this is the best way if you're using breaker block to enter this market. And this inversion fair value gap that I marked on, was it 5 minute? I'm not sure. Yes, this one on 5 minute it's a bearish fair value gap that had initially been violated, and then now that price is trading below it, this also supports your narrative that the market will sell further. So if you had entered a sell here, you'd be taking your first partial after this low, or maybe in the breaker, and then we are going down. Now the reason why yesterday what happened yesterday, the reason why I was buying this market yesterday I bought, and I'm going to show what I did yesterday, is because this setup here was a market maker by model using this 1 hour breaker, where market came and created equal highs inside, just inside or outside the breaker. And then now yesterday was a good opportunity to sell, to buy this market after it also hit opposing 1 hour inversion that had, there's a breaker, I mean there's an order block here. So this was, someone could have bought during London and New York overlap, and then 930 was here. But I first want us to look at what price is currently doing. So as you can see, the market is always indicating it wants to sell. The fact that it has closed below this order block here, this is an indication that it's going to sell further up to here, Asian lows. There's a 4 hour fair value gap that I had marked down here. I know my chart looks. This is a 4 hour fair value gap here. So I'm anticipating price. Maybe it will retrace here and continue buying. But in most cases, I've found out that inversion fair value gaps hold price higher. For example, this inversion fair value gap might decide to hold price higher, but if it gets violated, be sure we are coming down to this this 4 hour fair value gap that is down here. So currently we are on sales, targeting, I would only target London lows if I was selling this market, or that is my current target, the London lows, unless anyone has a question on what has happened today. And this is actually a good sell. You can even exit your market here and you're good to go. So we can look at what happened yesterday, because I entered the market using first presented fair value gap, and someone had told me to explain, and I told them I'll explain today. So this is what had happened. If you look at, we can start from 1 hour. If you look at 1 hour time frame, I had marked this 1 hour fair value gap, and then this is the hourly inversion that has this order block. So during London and New York overlap, the market came and hit the 1 hour fair value gap and closed above. So for me, this was an indication that this market wants to buy. And for people who know how market maker buy model happens, price leaves liquidity up here, drops up to a higher time frame PDRA the way it has done here, and then we buy the buy side of the curve. So I was able to catch this whole buy from here all the way to this highs here using the first presented fair value gap at 930. So we can go back there. I don't know if I should cut price. So this is what happened yesterday. So market opened here. This is the 930 candle. I hope everyone can see this candle. This black candle here, this one, this is the 930 candle. So when it pushed price up, I treated it as an order block. So 930 candle, 931, 932 candle, and the fair value gap formed. So I usually don't trade between 930 before 950. So all this price action that you can see here, I had stayed away from the market. So what happened is market created 930 order block, pushed price up, then came back below the order block, sweeping all these highs, and then came back on top of the order block again. Now at and then macro came. This is macro. Remember what I told you guys when I told you to backtest macro manipulation. What is macro manipulation? Macro manipulation is if you're bullish and macro opens, in most cases it manipulates below the macro candle, this one, the way you can see here, and then now picks momentum to buy. Now this this manipulation it had not hit a significant level, and that is why when price was here or price was somewhere here, I was not willing to take a buy until price dropped back to this 930 order block below macro open, and then I waited for it to come above this order block, and I took my buy from here and held all the way to up there. So how you would have used the first presented fair value gap is when after macro here, and then this manipulation below macro, you could have entered this market here, but your stop loss is below the I mean in this mean threshold of this order block. So even this retracement would not have taken you out. And then anytime the market closed above the first presented fair value gap, it's an assurance, or it's indicating that the market is willing to buy. So when I marked this order block, because I considered this as liquidity sweep, because all these highs were swept, and I wanted to see if this market can violate this. At this point, when it came here, it had already been turned into a breaker. So I wanted to see if it will violate the breaker, take it back to its original state of being an order block, and then I took my buy from here and held all the way. I think I exited somewhere here. I got tired of keep on checking the market if it's giving me what I want. So that is how I framed my trade yesterday using the first presented fair value gap. What I can tell you people is usually wait for 9:30 to even 10. It's not a bad time for you to frame a trade. You don't have to take your trade from first presented fair value gap always, because in most cases, the first presented fair value gap gets inverted. It becomes an inversion fair value gap. And when I started to check it, I used to get cooked because of using it immediately. If you look at what happened to this first presented fair value gap, it got inverted here. It becomes a bearish fair value gap, then went back to its original state, and then even here it got inverted again. So this is usually very confusing for someone who doesn't have a higher time frame bias. But if you have a higher time frame bias, something like this cannot sway you from wanting to take your trade, because as long as you have your higher time frame bias, all these other small things that happen down here below the inversion, they are meant to scare. If you have your stop loss here, someone will see the first presented fair value gap has been violated, and they might cut their trade prematurely, and then this happens. The market now continues to, I don't know if I journaled that trade yesterday. Let us see. Yes, I think I have it. You can see this is where I exited the trades. So by here I had removed 80 lots, and this was the partial that was remaining for the part of the lot size that I had entered with. So that is how I framed yesterday's trade, for those who are confused about using the first presented fair value gap. Joe, I have explained circumstances under which the market might give or not give you what you, for example, this is how I look at the market. Let me show you. This is how I look at the market. If this is 1 hour breaker here, this one, let me just mark it. This is a breaker here. So I am aware that this breaker might hold price to go up, not to drop into this 4 hour fair value gap that I've highlighted here. So what you do, if you're selling your market to, let's say you want to target for a fair value gap, and there is a breaker here, if you come down to 1 minute time frame, and let's assume the market has already hit the 1 hour breaker, this one, there will always be signs that will show you now this market is reversing. The same way it was buying here and then it hit the 1 hour volume imbalance, and then after hitting the 1 hour volume imbalance on higher time frame, because this is it, you can see market hitting this volume imbalance here. So whenever you the model that whenever a breaker shows after a higher time frame PDRA has been hit, in this case 1 hour volume imbalance, and then the breaker gets violated, and I can see something like this, market closing below the breaker, I'll be confident to know that this market is not going to give me the liquidity that I've marked here, because it is already showing me signs of reversal through what? Through your entry model. So for me, I know market might use this 1 hour breaker to hold price instead of going to the 4 hour time frame. But then for me to be sure that this market will hit here and then reverse, I will look for something like this. If there is no a reversal pattern like this one, I will hold that price to go to the 4 hour fair value gap. So the market will always give you signs. What are you looking for? If you're selling, it will always give you signs that now we've reached the end of our selling and you want to go back to maybe opposing liquidity. And one of the ways is through your setup. How do you enter the market? Which model do you use? Some people are very good at trading continuation. Someone like me, I'm very good at trading reversals because I use breakers, and mostly breakers signify reversal of the market for a short time or long term. So that is how you know you are not going to chase the PDRA that you want. Where would you put your stop loss if you are in the sale? What do you mean? This sell or which one? First, fair value gap doesn't work to me, especially from 430. Always gets stopped out. Yes, and that is why once you realize it doesn't work, you can choose something. It is not a must to use the first presented fair value gap. My most high probability setups occur after 10 a.m. Once the 10 a.m. candle starts, that is when I get most high probability setups. If you look at this buy, this was a very small scalp, but then look at what happened from 10. This is 10. From 10 here, sorry, I shouldn't pick that one. Here, you can see. So for me, all these, I consider it as noise. The real setup happened after 10. This is 10, and then that is when breaker formed, entry formed, and then this was a good target for you to exit if you are scalping short term. So that is how it is not a must you trade the first presented fair value gap. In fact, if you learn to sit and watch from 9:30 to 10, you will always get good setups on NQ, because NQ is always like that. Yes, I do consider. I've demonstrated. I've demonstrated several times putting dealing ranges to consider premium and discount in the market. At what time should you consider the first presented fair value gap? Well, I also was confused by that question, but ICT explained that you can take any, as long as it's 9:30 and above, you can take any candle from there and use it as your first presented fair value gap, and you pick I think the biggest fair value gap, something like that. That is what he said. When do you always start trading? I don't live stream. I'm only invited here by the owner of the stream. But personally, I sit at my trading station at around 8:40 and then start looking at what the market has been doing before I start selling, trading. So I think that is it. If you guys don't have another question, but I'm hoping this order block will push price down. I'm hoping this order block will push price down to London lows, because price is already showing willingness to sell. Instead of using fast, okay. I always use New York time, so whenever I'm referring to time, I'm referring to New York time. So as you guys have seen, every time I've presented here, I've only shown one entry method in the market, and that is because I've mastered that one thing in the market, and I am not usually interested in any other method of entering the market, because I've tested this over time and it has proven to me that it delivers a lot of times in terms of probability. So have one setup, stick by it, even if it fails, backtest it, know why it's failing until you get it right. And that is why you see most of my trades, they are only based on breakers, and I kill it a lot of times. Even I'm actually in this trade. For those of you who might assume I'm not trading, I am actually in this trade. That I usually don't take trades before 10 a.m. Mostly, I don't take trades before 10 a.m. But whenever I take trades after 10 a.m., it gives me the best setup. So, and now a day like today, you see the way NQ is behaving. A lot of consolidation here, while its counterparts were busy selling. You can see even now, ES is busy selling, and Nasdaq is stalling. You can see. So for Nasdaq today is a day you might consider a high resistance liquidity day, and if even if you have a trade, it might hit Asian lows. If it violates this order block, it might hit Asian lows during the PM session. So imagine having to hold a trade on 1 minute time frame all that time, simply because it's a high resistance probability day for Nasdaq as compared to counterparts. You can see US 500 selling beautifully. You can see Dow selling beautifully, but then look at Nasdaq. It should have taken these lows by now, but look at where it is. So this is how you know Nasdaq is on a high resistance liquidity day, and I usually advise someone to stay away from it when it's like this. It's not a high probability day, and like I have said, I'm in this trade and I'm not even willing to hold it. Actually, you can see this is the trade and I am targeting Asian lows, but it's a bogus trade for me. It's something that will wear me out mentally. Wondering, why is it not moving? Is it going to retrace when for example, when US 500 is retracing, maybe somewhere like in this fair value gap, this is when you find now NQ will retrace all the way and take you out and then sell later on in a very, very bad price action. So this is not an ideal price action for today. And even though I want to hold this trade, I might even do something like this just to be safe. But I will hold it up to London lows. The fact that I am trusting my breaker to hold price, and I'm correlating it with what ES is doing and the other pairs. We will create new all-time highs. Definitely, we are going to create new all-time highs. The market is currently retracing to gaps. And one thing that made me know that we are going to create all-time highs is when market violated. You see, this big black candle, this is an order block that pushed price up, sweeping these highs, and then it got violated to become a breaker, you see. And then breaker was retested here, and then more price went down, creator, market maker by model, and then swept and violated the breaker. So when market violated the breaker like this is an indication that this is a failed breaker, which is now an order block. So these highs are definitely something NQ is going to sweep in the course of maybe this week or next week. I don't know when, but we are going to have something like that happening. So for those who have been stopped out, I know price action today is not good for NQ. In most cases, NQ delivers within an hour or two. Within an hour, in most cases, from 10 to 11, NQ usually delivers to your target. So this is not an ideal price action, even for me. And I'm only holding it because I've secured, I don't have risk in the market. I'm not losing any money if it takes me out because I am my stop loss is on the positive side. Unaweza explain relevance ya lunch lows and high could deliver PM macro. But I explained that. Go back, go through the video. I think it's the third video from when Lord of Merchants started streaming. You will find I explained the relevance of lunch lows and high. For example, let me explain like this. If we are selling to here and then noon, where is noon? Let us assume this is noon here. This is noon and market has not delivered London lows. We are somewhere here. So what will happen? The market might form lunch. Let us assume this is lunch highs and down here is lunch lows. So there will be some form of consolidation. And then when PM session comes at around from 1:30 to 2, this is what happens. The market sweeps lunch highs because remember our higher time frame objective or the AM session of objective is to sweep Asian and London lows. So the market will usually sweep lunch highs, and then do this. So in most cases, if I'm trading lunch lows and high, I have to look at, did the market fulfill what I was expecting during the AM session? If no, then I will use, if I'm bullish, I'll wait for lunch lows to be swept and then I'll buy on the opposite direction. Or if I'm bearish, like if I'm expecting Asian and London lows to be swept, I'll expect lunch highs to be swept and then I'll find a fair value gap inside here and then I will sell the market to take out the AM session objective. That is how you frame lunch highs and low. In fact, you can only trade this liquidity for lunch highs and low. You can wait for one side to be swept like this, and then you find a fair value gap and trade and exit here. And it will be a fine trade for you. You don't have to start looking at where the higher time frame objectives were. So that is how I would use the the AM session to frame PM session and the lunch hour highs and lows. So I don't see any other questions. So I think I'll hand over the stream to the owner for now. You can see we are selling going to London lows and the market is doing as expected. So as you can see, I am using higher time frame PDRAs to support my narrative. In this case, I've told you the moment price closed below this order block here, this is already signifying, even if it comes back up here, this is already signifying that it's not willing to respect this order block. So, and this you can see it's already happening. So market is currently inside the higher time frame PDRA, which is the 1 hour order block. maybe up to London lows. If it's going to support price to go higher, it will form another buy setup like this sell setup. Now it will form a buy setup inside here, and then you can buy to the all-time highs. If not, if it does something like this in the 1 hour order block, something like this, maybe we might drop to 4-hour fair value gap down here, and then we buy more. So that is how you read the market. You have to look at, is it giving you what you want? Is the market giving you what you want? The PDRs that you've marked, for example, this order block, is it or disrespected? Because if this order block was to hold the price, it would only close above half, and then the market will continue buying. Now, I will also mark a fair value gap like this on 3 minutes. And this fair value gap should be inverted and push price down if I am still going to hold my narrative for this market. So this is how you use higher time frame PDRAs to support what you want the market to do. If you are selling, unakuja una mark like this one, and then you wait. Is it going to get violated? If you see only the market weakening, especially on lower time frame, and then this is what the market does, wicks like this, creates something like this, like that, and then the last instance it comes and sweeps these lows, equal lows created here, and then violates the high. Now there is a breaker formed here. If I see something like that, and there is no maybe a fair value gap or an order block that the market is retracing to, I will usually exit that market and maybe buy again now from the new breaker that has been formed like that. So you have to understand the market even without it playing out. You have to know the things that you anticipate to see happen for you to continue holding the market or for you to exit. This is how I've been able to cut losses early when I am trading. Like now, when the market is here, there's something that can happen and I might decide to exit with the profits that you see here. You understand? And it's always good to take partials. For example, in such a PDRA, partials and make sure you secure something in the market, because the money you pay yourself is not lost. Market goes against you, you are left with that money in the account. So you've closed your day profitable, whether the market played out or did not play out, but you took partials, you paid yourself first and your risk off. So those are the things that have really helped me grow in this market. Unaweza explain, I have explained. How do you trade PM session? I've just explained to Bradford's question. Kuna some cases the high low is swept, the market continues. How do you handle that? You will do, like for example, let us assume this is lunch highs and low, this range here, and you are selling. Like I've said, in most cases you will want to see something like this, the lunch highs taken, and then market drops below the lunch lows. Now for those of you who don't know, a consolidation is also treated as a balanced price range. So if you are selling and the market drops below, you will always find something in here, either a fair value gap or an order block, and then you will enter from there and sell the market. What happens sometimes is this high is not taken and you are selling the market, and the high of the lunch highs has not been taken. In this case, for me, I usually wait for a strong displacement, not just a small one, a strong displacement. Let's say the market displaces to there. I will wait. I've told you a consolidation like this one is also treated as a balanced price range. So I will wait for market to come back here, and I'll identify a small PDRA, maybe like a fair value gap, and look at is it being violated on the upper side or is it holding price? So if it holds price and then market comes and takes out this low it created here, now I'll have confidence to enter the market from that new low that has been taken to my earlier target. That is the safest way. I always trade when the market doesn't give me, like, doesn't sweep one side of liquidity and wants to rally, but I'm not sure if it will really go or just stall and then sweep the other side. So that is how I usually trade that one. Are you supposed to use 15-minute candle to frame it as failed order? You can see this one. My entry here is based on 1 minute. Look at this. Where is it? Look at this breaker. This one. This is 1 minute. This is 1 minute candle, which is an order block that pushed price up into higher time frame PDRA and then got violated. So you can see I've used it on 1 minute. So you can always use for the higher time frame, like the 15-minute. I'm using them to support my narrative. If the market is selling, I'm using them to support my narrative, because I know if 15-minute order block gets violated like this, market is going to drop further. So I'm only using them to support my narrative. But for my entry, I've used this 1 minute time frame. You can see here. Market maker, nimekuwa liquidated leo. It's part of the business. I also get stopped too. So, but as long as your risk management is on point, getting stopped out is part of the market. I also get stopped out sometimes. So that is part of it. You only have to make sure your win rate has a higher probability than your losing rate. And talking about higher probability, you can even have a win rate of 30%, but you're overall profitable if maybe you're using an RR of 1:3 or 1:4. Your win rate can be 30%, but at the end of the day, you're still profitable. Risk management is the heavyweight of everything. If your risk management is on point, you will not get liquidated. I assume you're not talking about getting liquidated the whole account. When is the last time you lost a trade? I don't know. Let us look at. I usually journal my lost trades. I don't. But honestly, this week I've not been stopped out. I've only been stopped out on B. Like I've already taken partial, and I get stopped. I'll look for one and I'll show you. But the ability to take partials has really helped me from being stopped out completely in losses, because even if this market came here, let us assume the market hit here and then started rallying, or I am unsure and then I take partials here, obviously I'll trail my stop loss to below the breaker. So even if I get stopped out, I've left that market profitable, even though on a lower margin than I expected. But then I have instances where I enter the market, let us assume the way I've entered using this candle, and my initial stop loss was here for the people that saw it there. So I've had cases where I enter the market, place a stop loss, and then it comes and takes me out. And then if my bias is still okay, I'll wait for it to come back below the breaker and I'll take the trade again. But I do get stopped out. I lose trades, but my risk management is what carries the heavyweight for me. I did not trade yesterday's PM session, so I haven't even looked at it. Sorry. I didn't look at it. I wasn't in the house. Is there a correlation between dollar and Nasdaq? I used to correlate dollar and Nasdaq until I realized later that sometimes they used to move in the same direction, and you would see Nasdaq buying on 1 minute and dollar is buying on 1 minute. Even sometimes when you're correlating US 30, you'll see them doing the same thing. Other times they are doing different thing. So what I did is I stopped looking at dollar. I can't remember the last time I checked at dollar. I only check dollar for news and such stuff. But the correlation used to be negative most of the time, and then sometimes you'd see them correlating positive, which is not good. It will confuse you and you won't be able to trade. Kama jana PM session PA was bullish, but we ended up taking lunch highs, then the first macro delivered. It's the same thing I've explained. Are you using any indicator? No, you can see my chart. I don't have any indicator at all. So I've never used, the person that introduced me to trading introduced me to ICT. So I've never used an indicator in my life. Lunch lows were not taken. Yes, and that is how I've explained what you do. And if you are selling and lunch highs have not been taken, I've explained how you frame that trade. You only trade NAS. Yes, I only trade Nasdaq. I've been trading Nasdaq for the last 4 years. Maybe we can go through yesterday's PM session and I'll be done for the day. It's already late. So yesterday PM session, let us look at it. This is the PM session for yesterday. So as you can see, let us use this. This is the lunch hour consolidation here. This one. Where is 130? To there. And then see what happened. Market took, I've told you, remember I've told you, a consolidation is also considered as a balanced price range. So market came and sweep lunch highs and we were bullish, but then it did not sweep lunch lows. But then look at this. This is a fair value gap here that market referred to. And like I have explained to you, look at the way the candles are closing above the half of it. You see, now if I was trading PM session yesterday, I would have taken my trade at 350. I mean 1350 macro here. Or the safest way is, like I have told you, if it doesn't take lunch lows, you wait for this high to be swept if you are bullish. Once this new high has been swept, you see there is a fair value gap here. You enter your market from there. And as you can see, this was quite not a bad buy, you see. Or even up here, it was something has happened. I don't know what's happening. Sorry, guys. Let us go back there. From the trade from here, because I would have used this fair value gap, and because if you see price consolidating somewhere like this, find a PDRA there and you will always find a PDRA. Price does not consolidate at a random place. So for me, I would have used this this fair value gap. But then to be safe, this new high that has been created when you're bullish, wait for it to be taken out. And you can see when that time is, what time that one is happening, at 2, exactly at 2, and then entry at 210. That is within the 150 to 210 macro. You take your buy and the market rallies. So this is a perfect example of what I have demonstrated. Please share your handle. I don't have a handle. I'm not on any social media, unfortunately. I was on X, but I left. So guys, do you pay for your TradingView? Yes, I have a premium subscription for TradingView. I love how price has revisited the 15-minute inverted order block during the 10:50 to 11:10 macro. Yep, if you know how to use macros, that's you can always see those things happening. So guys, I think I'll take more partials because I want to leave the house. I don't want to go out there overthinking. So I'll take more partials and I will leave the rest of it. If it gives me that, well and good. If it doesn't, I'm profitable for the day and I'm contented with what I'll get. The thing is, these setups, they form all the time. Every day of trading, I always get a setup. Like you will always get an order block that turns an opposing liquidity and you sell or buy from that one. So you don't have to catch everything the same day. And I'll repeat again, pay yourself with partials. This is how I stay away from losing. Not every time my setups hit my TP. Some of them even turn halfway. But as long as I've taken partials, I always pay myself, and that is how I've stayed consistently profitable. So that is all, guys. You can place your stop loss below the lunch lows. That is where you place your stop loss when you're using that. Okay, thank you for the recap. It's fine. Okay, so we can meet again on Tuesday. I'm only available on Tuesday and Thursday on this basis. And thank you, Macolin, for always giving me opportunity to host and show what I have. So that is it, guys. Have a great weekend.
Baby, let me turn the lights on. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitang'ang'ana na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Fight nita fight kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for a lifetime.
All right, guys, it's good. That was a nice presentation from Thanos. So you can say something on the comment section. You can tell him thank you, because I believe it's been so much helpful. I've seen the couple of questions that you've been asking him, so you're always happy to have him on board, and you're always happy to have you also on board. So tomorrow, same time, same place, let's meet here. You can see we've made good progress. The most important thing is not even taking the trades, but being consistent on the, understanding how the high time frame narrative works. All right. So you can thank you, Thanos. I believe by the end of this month, people have made differences. progress in terms of analysis. So that is it. Thank you. Have a good time and share the link. Thank you so much.
Baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice.
Shout out to Ian Naughty. Naughty Ian, shout out to all of you. Shout out to everybody. Let's meet here tomorrow. You can share the link with your friends and let's grow big. Let's get big together.
No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, the way that you whine it, girl, I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. Vile wanita king, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Find it a fight, kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your close and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, we can play like a dummy. Say the way that you whine it, girl. I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. Pinna Juanita King, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Fight it a fight, kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say the way that you whine it, girl. I can't believe how I'm black, girl. Come on, mood, don't you mind it? You love me, no way did you want it, baby. Baby, give me love for tonight. You got me tripping every night, me stay for the night. Walking a good summer love. It takes over me, my soul and my mind. Pinna Juanita King, baby girl. I wanna give you love, it feels so right. And in the meantime, you hold my heart. Just don't forget who you are. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nitangangana na kama bado tai nitakazana, yeah yeah. Nitapambana na kama bado tai nitapull over, yeah yeah. Just hold me tight, I move you right. Nita feel so nice. Move your body, nikona money I will spend on you. Fight it a fight, kama kuna msana waste time. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. Song get your clothes and feel my warmth. No to the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortune, now we can play like a dummy. Say, nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody, Baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Nobody baby, let me turn the lights off. Nobody can give you love I have for lifetime. Take off your clothes, let's do it for the love. So get close and feel my warmth. Not through the phone, come walk to the door. Give me fortuna, make a play like a dog. Oh yeah,
it's my calling on this beat.
I wanna give you love, utapenda. Girl, penzi letu litaweza. I wanna take you home to my mama. I wanna give you love, utapenda. Girl, penzi letu litaweza. I wanna take you home to my mama. See now we are feel set the mood. Your body got me on the move. Unavyosonga got me confused. It's you how we choose, yeah. The way you wind your waist, haki baby, unipe chance. Me love to see your pretty body fierce. Napenda see your pretty body waist, yeah. I like the way you come for me. Mash up the place and wine for me, girl. Nakutaka, nakuwaza. I wanna give you love, utapenda. Girl, penzi letu litaweza. I wanna take you home to my mama. I wanna give you love, utapenda. Girl, penzi letu litaweza. I wanna take you home to my mama. Niwe, baby sta kucheza ni mi na we. Wengine wanashinda kurelate. Mami nakutaka twende ka date. Yeah, yeah. I like the way you come for me. Mash up the place and wine for me, yeah. Nakutaka, nakuwaza. I like the way you come for me. Mash up the place and wine for me, yeah. Nakutaka, nakuwaza. Nakutaka, nakuwaza. I wanna give you love, utapenda. Girl, penzi letu litaweza. I wanna take you home to my mama. I wanna give you love, utapenda. Girl, penzi letu litaweza. I wanna take you home to my mama. To my mama, yeah.
Oh, is that my calling again? Ah.